Next, go to Ms. Zahid. You have 3 minutes.
Thank you, Chair. Thank you to our witnesses. My first question is, from a legal and international law perspective, is there anything stopping the government of Canada from today announcing a recognition of the Palestinian state, should it choose to?
Our legal representative was here a few minutes ago. I don't know if that question was posed to him. I believe if it was, the answer would be, I don't believe that from a legal point of view there are restrictions on this. As I think has been mentioned, the recognition of a state is a political decision, and one that can be triggered via the usual political decision-making processes in our political system, and then communicated outwardly. I think the expression was used before as a letter and a microphone. But from a legal point of view, I don't believe there are any limitations. No.
Thank you. Does the government of Canada agree that no one country should be allowed a veto on the recognition of any other state, whether by Canada or by any other country?
I would agree with the sentiment of that statement, but put the emphasis on the fact that as a government, we only have control over the decisions that we can make and the pronouncements that we can make. So in the case of recognition, that's why it really comes down to that political decision and how we pronounce ourselves. In other words, we cannot influence or force other countries to decide what to do with their own sovereign decisions.
Professors Mark Kirsten and Erdi Emsis told the House of Commons Standing Committee on Foreign Affairs and International Development that the right to self-determination is a fundamental and inalienable right that cannot be made conditional on anything. That is, the right cannot be held conditional on Palestinian governance reforms or a successful negotiation with Israel. Does the Government of Canada agree that the right to self-determination cannot be made conditional?
Yeah, it is indeed a Government of Canada position that Palestinians have the right to self-determination.
So Government of Canada agrees that the right of self-determination cannot be made conditional.
We might get into legal definitions that take me a little bit outside of my zone of expertise, so I don't want to comment on that specifically, but I can reiterate that it is and has been Canadian government policy for a very long time that Palestinians have a right to self-determination.